The Gadget Show Wireless Challenge.
During the next 48 hours,
your challenge is to survive
using only wireless technology.
Using only wired technology.
We were being pitted head-to-head in a wireless versus wired challenge. And for me, that meant I could only use technology that was plugged in with a cable.
Whilst I had all the latest wireless gadgetry at my disposal, all I had to do was make sure everything I used worked without wires.
Your first task is a race.
You must get to Smeaton's Tower before Susie.
Before Otis.
Now pack an overnight bag.
You must leave your house in 5 minutes.
P.S. Transport to escape London
awaits in a car park
on Dillon Lane.
Right, I better get my bag sorted.
Right, got to find out where Smeaton's Tower is, so I'm going to use the mobile phone.
Since I own a 3G phone with full access to the internet, within minutes I had the answer.
That's right, Smeaton's Tower. It's a lighthouse in Plymouth.
In fact, I'd found out that Smeaton's Tower is a 72-foot lighthouse, and as it was 180 miles from London, getting there would be quite a challenge.
I still had no idea what Smeaton's Tower was because my home internet connection is wireless and I couldn't find an Ethernet cable to wire my laptop in directly.
Of course, Wi-Fi was my friend, and I was going to exploit it to the max.
This T-shirt will let me know how close I am to a Wi-Fi signal. The stronger the signal, the more bars on the T-shirt light up. Look at that, hey? Brilliant. That's because I'm very close to one right now. Okay, race is on!
Having failed to find an Ethernet cable in the 5 minutes allowed for us to pack a bag, I had to leave my house with no clue where I was going. I was already feeling the pressure.
I packed my bag really quickly, and obviously I wanted to know where Smeaton's Tower was. So I can't use my laptop, I can't use my mobile phone, because I'm not allowed to use Wi-Fi. So I need wired technology, a wired computer, internet, cafe, library. Brilliant!
Wi-Fi had got me off to a flying start.
With no mobile and no Wi-Fi, I was forced to do things the old-fashioned way, that is, ask people for directions.
Public library, last bastion of cable computers.
With over 4,500 libraries in the UK, this is a fantastic free resource that's available virtually wherever you live.
Plymouth.
And sure enough, within 2 minutes of going online, I had my answer.
Yes!
Now all I had to do was to beat Otis to the car park in Dillon Lane, where our rides to Plymouth were waiting.
Now, London's public transport network isn't known for being cutting edge. But in terms of wireless technology, they've been ahead of the game for years.
Oyster cards are prepaid travel cards that are fitted with smart computer chips. These chips use radio frequency identification, RFID technology, which allows the cards to be read when passed close to a scanner.
Now, this wireless tech is perfect for a transport system that needs to move millions of people every day and keep them moving fast. Exactly the type of speed I need to whoop Susie in this challenge. Excuse me.
This technology is proving surprisingly versatile. Oyster-style chips are already used in passports, pet tags, and in the retail business. And early next year, you could be carrying one around in your phone. Nokia have teamed up with Barclaycard to make a mobile phone come credit card. Just place the phone on an RFID terminal and seconds later your bill is paid. With the help of all this wireless technology, I was already halfway on my journey to the car park.
Whilst I was having a nightmare using just wired technology.
The last time I was in a phone box, I was a teenager. In fact, there was a few of us in it. No, let's not go there. Hey, could I get a taxi, please?
From the tube, I still had a 30-minute walk to where our transport was parked, but by picking up Google Maps wirelessly on my BlackBerry, I was sure I'd have no trouble finding the address.
And I was now hot on Otis's heels, thanks to the hardwired knowledge of a London cabbie. Waiting for us in the car park was a 500 brake horsepower Lamborghini and a 50 brake horsepower electric Smart.
And because I got there first, I thought I had the right to choose.
Yes, baby, yes.
Luckily, my cabbie had played a blinder and I arrived at the scene just in time to fight for the Lambo.
This is clearly for me. It suits my style. That's for you. It suits your style.
This suits your style because it's small and cute. Come on, in you go, come on. Oh, look what I found. A wire, which you'll need to power your car. There you
I
go.
believe
I'll
it.
tell you what, I'll pop it in the passenger seat for you, shall I?
The wire was for charging. This was a zero-emissions, plug-in-anywhere, electric smart. And it was all mine.
I suppose at least I'm doing something for the planet.
Lambo Dealey, check you out.
That's me.
Yeah, don't puff your chest out any more than it already is puffed out.
Let me tell you, you had some great tech there. I've got to say, so far, Susie, I don't know what the outcome's going to be, but I'm favouring the wireless. It's got to be said, because he's got the best toys. I even like this thing, the Barclaycard Mobile. I think this is a really great idea. So, obviously, we saw you presenting your phone at the checkout, as it were, to this device, but I believe you can also transfer payments phone to phone.
That's right. If ever it were the case that I owed you money...
Which will never, ever happen.
What are you trying to say?
I could repay you via Bluetooth.
That's a great idea.
That's right.
Isn't it good?
Set it up on here and you'll be alerted by text.
It really is a very, very exciting technology.
OK, before he's...
But to complete the challenge, we had to get to Smeaton's Tower, a lighthouse in Plymouth, and that was 180 miles away. With the first obstacle being London's traffic, it was still anyone's race.
You know, when I got in this, I was so disappointed that I wasn't in that Lamborghini. And now, I'm actually quite enjoying it.
I was one of the first people in the country to drive this car, and I didn't care if Otis had 10 times the horsepower. There was no way that he was going to get across town faster than me.
Oh, I was just thinking, I hope I've paid the congestion charge. I don't have to worry about it.
Being a zero-emission car, it pays zero congestion charge, as well as zero road tax.
Me and my Lambo were flying, and I was certain there was no way Susie and her little noddy car could win, so I decided to stop for lunch.
Now, you see, wireless tech even has its place in the food business. At this particular restaurant, they've got a system called the Orderman. My man Khalid will come over. He's my waiter for today.
All the waiters carry handheld digital menus that are linked wirelessly to both the bar and the kitchen for maximum efficiency.
It's quick, it's efficient, exactly what I need if I'm racing Susie.
While Otis was stuffing his chops, I was making up time in the electric smart, but my lead was under threat.
I don't believe it. I'm a third of the way out of my power already, because like all electric cars, the smart car suffers with range. So, I can only go about 80 miles before it runs out, and then it takes 8 hours to recharge from empty. It's fine if you're doing short journeys, but if you're going a long way, it's no good.
At that rate, I'd have to stop around Basingstoke for a charge, and then at Warminster, and then at Exeter, before arriving at Plymouth about a day and a half later. I needed a new plan.
So, I'm on my way to Paddington Station, and I'm going to let the train take the strain.
Back on the road, it was time to whip out my secret weapon.
This is an in-car satellite navigation system with all the ease of use and functionality of a mobile phone.
It's the Garmin Nuvifone G60, and it's one of the most user-friendly phones we've ever tested on the Gadget Show. The interface is brilliant, and you get a full-size sat-nav thrown in that's every bit as good as a dedicated one. With its help, I avoided the worst of London's traffic, and before I knew it, I was heading towards the M3 on the M25.
I was now way behind, having doubled back to the station. Fortunately, I couldn't have timed it better. In 30 minutes, I'd be on the train heading to Plymouth, which left me plenty of time to make a wired call.
How weird, I've got to get his number off my mobile. I'm not allowed to actually call him from it. Hi, Otis, it's Susie. How you doing?
Hi, Susie. I'm on the M25.
On the M25?
Yeah, motoring along.
Is it a car park?
There seems to be a fair few other cars on the road at the moment. I'm getting beeps in my ear now. Yeah, my battery's going flat.
That's a shame, isn't it? Because you can't charge anything up with wires.
Oh, and by the way, I'm not in the electric smart car anymore. I'm taking the train to Plymouth.
What do you mean you're on a train?
Bye.
Isn't that cheating?
This had changed everything for Otis. Lamborghini versus smart car was one thing, Lamborghini versus a train was another, particularly if it was on time. Suddenly, I had a chance. By the time I left the station, Otis was on the M3 just past Farnborough. He was going to take some catching.
I was on a roll, though my lack of wired power was starting to become an issue.
Could you please put word out around the office, please? No more phone calls, my battery's about to run out. Yes? Hello? Yeah. No, I've just told Jemmy, yes, I'm free on Sunday, yes. Hello? Hello? Danny? Yeah. Bring the wetsuit for Sunday. Hello? Who's that? Mum? Yeah? Yes, I've got both hands on the steering wheel. Yes, Mum, I'm going to be careful. Hello? Hello? Oh, my phone's run out of battery.
And I couldn't recharge it without a cable. What I needed was wireless power. Wireless power has become something of a holy grail for the gadget industry. We've even seen working prototypes on the Gadget Show, but as yet no one has made it into full production. And that's a shame because it's stopping us moving to a truly wireless existence. Until we do, we need chargers, and since I was restricted to wireless tech, there'd be no more phone calls for me. After 4 hours on the road, I was getting close, but I had to make some last-minute changes to my plans.
Right, I've just found out by one of the oldest forms of wireless technology going, the radio, that there's congestion up ahead in Plymouth. So I'm going to call in a few favours and change tactic.
In desperation, I turned off the Plymouth Road and headed down to Salcombe. I had a trick up my sleeve, one last-ditch attempt to win the race.
I was really eating the miles as my train raced towards Plymouth. However, I just couldn't relax.
You know, I can't remember the last time that I didn't have my phone with me, and I'm really genuinely missing my connection with the outside world and checking messages, checking my emails.
Nice over there.
In my efforts to win, I was ditching the Lambo, but I'd still be arriving in Plymouth in style.
Back on the train, I decided to break the boredom by buying something to eat. But that was easier said than done.
I can't actually pay by card because it's wireless technology you've got there, isn't it? So
I was on a power yacht, the Princess V62. Its wireless GPS navigation system would get me to Plymouth as quickly as possible.
We're motoring now. We've got our speed up. I'm still confident.
excuse me, does anyone know where Smeaton's Tower is?
We were both now on the final approach to Smeaton's Tower. This was looking close.
It's over there somewhere. Oh no, is that him? Are you here? Yes! Oh, cherish the wires while they're still there.
Yeah, because they're not going to be around for much longer. Once wireless power has been perfected, we're going to kiss goodbye to so many millions of meters of cable and wire.
That's true, so love them while they're still there, but it's a few years off yet. And until then, oh, hail the winner of this week's challenge.